Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Sorry about the bad lighting. The kids are supposed to be napping, so I'm hiding out in my room trying to film this. But this video has been highly requested. It's a little bit late, I'm sorry, but today I'm going to be sharing with you my son's kindergarten curriculum. So my son is 4.5, my oldest John, and he is officially starting school this actually next week, this coming September. So I'm obviously homeschooling him, and the curriculum we are using is Christian, I think mostly at least. And it's kind of what my mom used on us growing up, and it's what a couple of my friends and some of my cousins are using. So it's crazy windy outside. So this is what I'm going to use for him. So before I start, I do want to say that he is like last year and even the year before, I have been working really well with his numbers, letters, colors, things like that. So he already has a good foundation, but now he's officially starting like actual curriculum, which means he's also going to cut off his nap. So he is no longer going to, starting next week, no longer going to be taking naps, because he normally does about an 1.5 to 2 hour nap every day. During that time, it's going to be his quiet time where he's going to focus on, doing some kind of crafts. So I went to Walmart and I bought this kit here. So it's just like a Master of the Arts painter's kit, and I normally don't let them do paints too much, especially when the younger kids are awake, because it ends up all over my house. So this will be perfect for him because he won't have the kids to bug him and grab the paint from him. But it pretty much comes with like little rollers. You can see like everything it comes with here, little rollers and stamps and all different kind of like charts and maps and things he can do for his painting. So I just got him like a little craft, and this is what he can do during his quiet time while the other two are napping, so I can still get some stuff done. So just wanted to share that with you. But I'm gonna just quickly run through his curriculum. Wow, I can't talk today. I don't want to take too much time, but the first thing I want to show you, my mom actually photocopied. It's from Apple Press, so I don't know if you can hear. I'm gonna have to manually focus this because sometimes it doesn't work. So right there from Apple Press. And it's actually his geography. So my very first map book, I do like this one, and this is actually I think what we used growing up. It's not stapled yet, so I'm gonna try and flip to a page to show you guys. But for example, it teaches you like symbols on the map, like hospital and park. It explains like how stop signs work. It also makes you like learn about your neighborhood. There are maps in here for Africa and Asia and stuff. So this is more of a coloring geography book, so it'll tell you to color the lakes on the map, and he can color them blue, and it'll tell you to color the countries orange or something like that. So it's teaching him the idea of how to look at a map. It's not so much going to teach him countries around the world yet. That's for the higher grades, but this is just teaching him how to understand a map and kind of understand that he lives in only one of the many different countries. So I'm super excited about this one for him. Like I said, the rest of the curriculum is Christian or Catholic actually, so there's a lot of stuff in here that does have a lot of really nice artwork. So for example, like our religion is obviously the Catholic one. So this is called from SAHM Press. It's Religion for Young Catholics. This is the pre-kindergarten. It has really nice art. Let's see if I can focus it a little bit. So really nice photos. So inside it's mostly reading with like lots of colors and stuff, and it teaches him like about the mass and just like some prayers and stuff. So what I would do with this is I read a lesson to him, and then in the lesson it asks questions. So for example, let's see, make the sign of the cross, and then he'll have to show me. So I ask him questions from the book, and he just pretty much answers it after hearing the story that I read to him. So I hope that makes sense, but it teaches him about Adam and Eve, and it's just like such a really nice book, so not too thick. My goal is to get all of this done by shortly after Christmas, like shortly into the new year, and that way he can focus on going into a senior kindergarten curriculum and kind of work at our own pace a little bit. The next thing is early literacy. This is also for Catholics, so this is from SAHM. All of our Catholic books are from SAHM. I don't use all of their stuff, but a lot of it I do. This is just an activity book, and it's teaching them like literacy. So super fun photos inside. As you can see, like lots of colors and animation, so he's not going to get bored. But it's super nice because they teach him like same and different. So they're teaching you like, for example, let's show you here. Circle the same ones, so like the lions or the lollipops or something, and then which ones are different, which ones don't have a match. So he's learning how to like pick things out. Lots of coloring, teaching him like some letters and sounds. So M for example, money and moon, things like that. So it's slowly teaching him, and because it's Catholic, there are Catholic photos, so it's slowly going to teach him how to match up letters to words and slowly learn to read, but through such a fun way and lots of pictures. So I absolutely love this. This is what we used growing up. We used Seton because we are Catholic, so my mom always made sure we had most of our curriculum Catholic, and then the rest was usually Christian or something. Hang on, these are coloring books, which I'll show you later. So something else that is Catholic that I got him is the Catholic Picture Bible. So this one's really nice as well because there are photos on every single page. So every story you read him from the Bible will have photos in it. So I love this one a lot. This is from, I think it is just New Catholic. I think that's what it's called. So for those of you who are interested, this is what it looks like. So this is what I'm going to read him a story from this every day as well. Either in his lesson, if he seems restless, we'll do it before bed. But that way he can start learning about the Bible, learning about Jesus and the apostles and everything, and in just a fun, short way. They're super short Bible stories, so they don't take a while. He won't lose his attention. What else? I have a bunch of stuff in here. So something else that we have for him is actually, I think this is from Costco. This was gifted to me, so it's from Scholastic. Yeah, this was a Costco book. So it's pre-K. I love this one because it's a wipe clean workbook, so he can use like the whiteboard or whitewash markers or whatever they're called on each page, like you can see, to trace, and then you can just wipe it. So super nice because it teaches him the letters, and then he can trace, like I said, circle, do all the activities, and then you can just wipe it clean and he can redo it if he didn't do well or if he needs more practice. So I got this as this was gifted to me, and I'm going to use this as extra practice for him if I feel that he needs it above and beyond what he's already getting. So like I said, it was Scholastic, and it's called Get Ready for Pre-K. And then the rest of these, I believe, are from Rod and Staff, the rest of the books he's using. So this one is called Do It Carefully. He's already started it. So the company is down here, Rod and Staff, and this book, we love this company a lot. I do believe they're Christian. I think they are, they might not be, but what I like about this is it just kind of teaches him to match things, just really like learning about everything. So for example, it'll say match the train to the train station or the bridge, so he'll have to match it, match the ball to the glove, things like that. Over here, yeah, so it is Christian because it's talking about God. I actually haven't gone through this book much, but it will say like what sound goes tweet tweet, and you know, this and that, and he can circle them and color them. So this is just really teaching him about everything, and this is what it looks like. I haven't gone through this one much, but this one is brand new. He hasn't done anything with this one. It's called Adventures with Books, again from Rod and Staff. So this one, like I said, he hasn't touched, and I'm excited for this one because it does incorporate a lot of coloring, and he loves to color and he's very visual, so for him this is going to be perfect. But it tells you how can these, like, what do I use to color, how can these help, and it shows you, like, you can see there's paint and pencils and crayons and things like that. So I would pretty much ask him a question, for example, what supplies are needed to do this book, and then how is each used and why. So all the questions and activities are on the bottom that you would read to him, and it says, for example, the directions: child should color neatly by tracing the outer edge of each picture before coloring inside, and he should color the ones that are needed, for example, for the book. So that's how he can do it. This one is a cut and paste, so he can cut and paste the animals to match the mom and the baby. These ones he can also cut out and color as well for activities. So it's really just teaching him coordination, it's teaching him his colors, it's teaching him everything. So we love Rod and Staff. There is also Counting with Numbers, so this will be his math book. This one he has started, I think. Nope, I lied, he hasn't started this one. When he goes to my mom, she uses these, so that's why I thought he started a few of them. But for example, there are 3 ducks, so he writes the number 3, he has to color the 3 ducks, he has to try writing them on his own. Then it shows him things, circle 3 spoons, circle 3 knives, you know, things like that. So it's teaching him numbers, and that's what it does throughout the whole book. Lots of things to color, lots of things to read. It tells you to count the animals in the pen, you know, the penguins, and count them, and then circle, like, count the number of penguins. So if there's 7 penguins, he'd circle 7 type of thing, or color in 7. So this is going to be his math book. So lots of numbers here, which is fantastic as he works through it, and it always tells you on the bottom the directions and what to do for each lesson and what you expect the child to do in order to complete that lesson. So that's for his math book. Also for his quiet time, I got him some Christian books. So I think, yeah, all of them are Christian. So there is Jesus's coloring book. So this is also gonna, he can use these when he's like just not napping, and the other ones are. There's Miracles of Jesus. These are from St. Joseph coloring book. So these are Catholic. So there you go if you're interested. All of these are online for super cheap. He also has the animals coloring book one. So just really nice photos inside. He actually already has this one at home he's used, but just really pretty photos to color. This is God's Rules for Me. I love this one. So it's coloring and there's activities in it. So it just has really cute pictures. So I'm excited for him to do this one. And it tells, like, has little things like, my body is a true blessing. God lives in me and others too. So things like that. It's really cute. So these are what he's gonna do when the others are napping. So I also got him this. This is gonna be his school bin. And what he's gonna do with this is all his school stuff are in here. Every day we take it out and everything's in one. So we got him a pencil case and he picked out a bunch of stuff for it. So he's got his pencils. He picked out like car erasers that can go on top of the pencils. He also has a whole bunch, trying to grab it here, a whole bunch of construction paper. So he's gonna use these to color on, to do crafts, to trace, also during quiet time. So that way he has just a lot of activities that'll keep him busy, so I can still get stuff done and, you know, do consultations with clients and stuff. And he can have fun on his own. He also got this binder. This is actually more for me. So what I did is I just got a plain binder, threw in some paper, and all I do is I write at the top of each paper the subject, and I write his marks. So if, for instance, like math, I'll write the company or the name of the book that he's using. In our case, it's Rod and Staff. And then I'll just write, you know, for when the tests come or whenever he does any activities, I'll write the grade that he got. And I basically go off of their direction. So if they say the child should, for example, for the coloring one, the child should stay in the lines and not go to the lines and should be able to cut the thing out, you know, like this and that. If he does it, then you give them 100%. If he did about like really bad, you give them maybe 50. So that's how I kind of do it. We're not strict with grades in kindergarten because there's not really much to grade. As they go into like grade 1 and grade 2 where they have physical tests, it's a lot easier to start grading. But either way, I do keep track of his marks. So they'll be in this binder and it will also be in his bin. And I got him stickers. So if he does a good job, if he completes his homeschooling at the end of the day, you know, follow the directions, colored in the lines, didn't get lazy, he does get a good job sticker. So there's good work, great, wow, super fantastic reader, so all that stuff. A+. So it'll make him feel special. These are just from the dollar store. There are so many different sheets of it in here. So I got him this, and that way he can feel special as he, you know, goes through his school. So that's pretty much it. He also does have some Paw Patrol stickers that he threw in here. And I think that's it. So that's the curriculum we are using. Oh, my feet are cramping. That's the curriculum we are using for his school. It's a mixture of Seton Press and Rod and Staff. And then the Costco book that they have. Costco has so many really good kindergarten books. So just for like a little bit more support. Then he has all his crafts, and I think that's plenty for kindergarten. And then, like I said, my goal is to have him complete, like, that way we can also have days off. My goal is to do only 4 days of school a week, and give him like Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, obviously. And then I would like to finish by like end of January all his school, and that way he can kind of start into SK. That way he's a little bit ahead, so we have a little bit more time and room to decide what we're actually doing for grade 1. Like I said, people ask me all the time if I'm homeschooling him from now until the end of high school, and I honestly don't know. I'm taking it 1 year at a time. I don't know where I'm gonna be. Ideally, I would love to put him in private school, but it is really pricey around here. So we are saving up, and we're just gonna decide, and like I said, take it 1 year at a time and just decide what's best for him, what's best for us. But this year's definitely homeschooling, and I'm so excited. I'm excited for him to start. He's so excited too. So that's just what I had to share with you for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry I didn't give you like a full close look in all the books. There's just a lot to go through, and my camera does not autofocus for some reason. It should. It used to, but not anymore. So anyways, that's all the books. If you have any questions about the curriculum or you want links to certain books or something, comment in the comment section down below and let me know, and I will be happy to get back to you. So thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.